Yo, what's up, my peoples, aka my A-listers? This is AntDaGamer, aka AntDaGamer, and this is Universe X Worldwide, the purest, realist wrestling simulation ever. And this is season 2, but history will be made again, or so I'm hoping. Why am I saying that? Because there's some things going on, and I don't know if you guys are gonna get a complete season. The show may be postponed this year, and that's because there's so many issues going on in this game right now. The universe mode, when it was released, had problems, right? And then patch 2 came and it fixed a lot of problems. Some of the main problems people were having were saving their matches, setting their matches, championship matches. You know, that was a problem. With this new patch, patch 3, which is probably our final patch, problems are back in the game again. And it's crazy, but it's there. Weird things are happening with cutscenes again. Saving matches, sometime it changes, especially if you exit out of universe mode. It'll happen. So, which honestly I think is going to make it even harder for guys that edit their stuff. For me, I'm going to be honest, this is take 2 of this show, and this main event right here between Becky and Seth Rollins got changed, and they put people on it, like they put me in Becky's place, they put Bayley in Lita's place. Number one, Bayley's not even signed to X Worldwide. She's not on the roster, yet they put it on a match on the show. And me and my son seen a lot of things as well. And I know this is kind of a drawn out X Worldwide kickoff show, which is another reason why I'm not going to talk too much about the matches that are going to be placed here tonight. I'm just going to show them to you real quick. Ciampa versus Bray Wyatt. Futuristic X 3-way tag team matchup between DX, the Club, and the Undisputed Era. Asuka versus Naomi. We're going to have Adam Cole versus Bret Hart. Rhea Ripley versus Sasha Banks. And of course our main event. I'm going to explain the matches as they, as we go down throughout the show. But here tonight on this kickoff show, I mainly wanted to talk to you guys about the future of the show. There's a poll up. That poll may not even matter. Now, to be honest with you guys, and the reason why the poll, I want you guys to still do the poll just in case. But the reason why the poll may not matter, because if I get frustrated with this, like I have been, and I was this close, I have a video already recorded of me postponing the show, because I was this close to postponing it. And then I seen people on Twitter doing things I haven't seen in a long time, like retweeting my posts about the poll and things like that. And now I don't want to like turn my back on it when my community is getting better. Like, I don't want to do that. So here we are. Give a shout out to the people that actually gave a crap about the show and retweeted my poll and things like that. Because those are that's why I'm doing the show right now again and giving it a shot. Yeah, so with that being said, let's go ahead and start tonight's show of Universe X Worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Universe X Worldwide. The purest, realist wrestling simulation ever is back. No thanks to 2K, but it is back. And it is about to go down. Welcome, all my peoples. And most of all, my A-listers, aka my subscribers. First matchup of the night is going down between Ciampa and the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Don't forget you can use the hashtag ADGUniverseX to talk about this on social media. Now, Tommaso Ciampa and the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Why is this match going down here tonight? Well, it's mainly because the Fiend Bray Wyatt got eliminated by Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa shocked the world last week, but I don't think that is a good thing for him right now. The Fiend Bray Wyatt in his first ever one-on-one matchup here tonight on the show. And this is going to be crazy. These two are looking to increase their power rating on the show. So this matchup would definitely do that. But I think it's about more than that for Bray Wyatt. This is revenge. This is going to be vengeful. And as Ciampa comes to the ring, I want to apologize. I still didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of graphics this week. I just didn't. I'm just being honest. But the show had to go on, and here we are. You know, between all the issues I was having with saving the show, and you know, but hey, here we are now. I want to give a big shout out, I think, to Game Freak. I think I got this from one of those two. But shout out to both of those guys. They have some great custom attires. Heck, even I have some. Well, they have authentic attires. I have custom and authentic. A lot of customs from AntDaGamer that you see on this show. You want to get them? You can get on the PS4. So, you know, throughout tonight, you know, you see something, I'll let you guys know if it's available to download on the PS4. Sorry, Xbox users, I just didn't get a copy from 2K, so I wasn't able to get, you know, 2 copies this year. So I don't have any custom creations for you guys, but Tommaso Ciampa, he needs to be afraid. He needs to be scared for his life right now, because he's about to go one-on-one with the Fiend tonight. This ain't no big push battle royal. They're not other superstars in there to help you sneak up on the Fiend, to help you beat up on the Fiend. It's only you out here tonight going one-on-one with the Fiend. You don't have Goldie. Heck, you ain't had Goldie in a long time. Goldie's with Adam Cole now. I think it's still with Adam Cole. I didn't watch NXT last week. I just realized that. All right, here we go. The Fiend is here. Are you gonna let him in? This is probably one of the most anticipated matches of this week. The debut of the Fiend in a one-on-one match and his reply. And I say reply because he's replying to the actions of Tommaso Ciampa last week. The Fiend looking to set it off here tonight in a great fashion against Tommaso Ciampa.
And his opponent weighing in at 285 pounds, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
Look at that, look at that. And as the Fiend comes to the ring, I ask you guys to consider telling a friend about AntDaGamer. Consider telling a friend about my channel in general. It could go a long ways with helping the content on this channel, making sure things are done in a great fashion, done in a good fashion, and help me with equipment to continue the channel. PCs don't live forever. They don't last forever. You have to upgrade, as well as consoles. So yeah, definitely support the channel. Make sure things go on, that the show goes on. Or then maybe I get 2 copies of the next game, or I don't have to spend my money on a 2K game and risk it and it turn out being trash. Something like that. The Fiend though. Scary. Scary. What we're probably about to witness as The Fiend takes on Tommaso Ciampa tonight. The fans believe it. The fans are already believing that Bray's going to kill Tommaso Ciampa. This matchup is contested under 80 vs. X time rules. And look at Ciampa trying to weaken The Fiend early on in this matchup with a nice grip. And now look at this. No, oh, the counter. Tommaso lands on his feet and then begins to punch. Bray over the rope goes Tommaso Ciampa, and a punch to the face of Ciampa. As we are on the road to Backlash, the next stop will be Backlash. Bray can win by count out. I'm not sure if that's what he wants here. I think Bray wants to whip Tommaso Ciampa a little bit. Teach that boy a lesson. Oh God, but Ciampa taking The Fiend into the steel steps. And the fact that Ciampa is an 80 vs. X original, 80 vs. X veteran from the first season. The thing is, I would still consider this an upset if Tommaso Ciampa won. Ciampa going for a count out on The Fiend? What the heck? I don't even know what to say there. That was not scripted. That was the AI versus the AI. That was a simulation, people. Ciampa has pulled one over on The Fiend. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I do not like this. More on this crap later on tonight. This is You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make it. I'll talk about this matchup in a second. This triple threat tornado tag that you guys are about to see, which is the #1 contenders match. With Ciampa's, what Ciampa has done is forced me to do something that'll be best for entertainment. Come Backlash, we're gonna see Ciampa go one-on-one versus The Fiend. This time, there will be no countouts. There will be falls counting anywhere, and that's gonna happen at the pay-per-view. A falls count anywhere matchup between The Fiend and Ciampa. That's big match. But coming up next is another big match. It is a #1 contenders match between DX, the Club, and the Undisputed Era. Last week it was DX versus the Club. That match would end in a draw, and then the week before that, we seen the Undisputed Era pretty much beat the tag team champions. So this match here is going to decide which one of these 3 teams will take on Balor and Bobby Lashley come to pay-per-view. Also, off storyline, I do plan on making other things such as graphics for #1 contenders, things like that. You know, just like I did last week with the In the Spotlight. There will be surprises from time to time. It just was a busy week for me this week, but hopefully you guys will still enjoy the show that we got coming. Just like WWE this past week with SmackDown and Raw, the show had to go on, right? The show had to go on. I had to try for you guys.
The following
And here comes D-Generation X. This is a futuristic X matchup at that. They will be allowed to use weapons. It will be done in Extreme Rules format. And it's being brought to you by WWE 2K20 New Empire of Tomorrow DLC, because they will be using futuristic weapons like was seen in the new DLC. So this could get very interesting, on top of it being a triple threat elimination matchup. If this is your first time watching 80 vs. X and you want to watch Shawn Michaels is wearing that mask, it's because ever since he's appeared here in 80 vs. X, ever since last season, he's been donning that mask, and he's been a different Shawn Michaels. Some would say an evil Shawn Michaels, a dark Shawn Michaels. Oh man, here comes Gallows and Anderson. You know, I talked to Carl Anderson earlier tonight. He walked up to me and called me a nerd. He said I played too many video games. And I told that dude, chill, you know, I'm your boss. He said, you know what, you're right. But since you're my boss and all, why don't you make AJ Styles happen here in 80 vs. X? You know, I do think AJ Styles will be good for the show. I just don't think his time is now. I mean, I gave him a chance last season at the very beginning to be a part of the original season. He didn't get the job done. Ain't close, but didn't get the job done. I think Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows is definitely a team to look out for this season. They're a team that I'm sure a lot of people thought would fit 80 vs. X. Just like this team, the Undisputed Era.
397 pounds, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, Undisputed Era.
You can't think about the tag team division on the show without thinking about Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, the Undisputed Era, the first ever undisputed worldwide tag team champions, defeating the New Day and the Usos in a Hell in a Cell matchup to become the champions. And now tonight they're making history in this first ever Futuristic X tag team elimination matchup, the first ever of his kind. And they do it. They made me reconsider when they shocked us, you know, a couple of weeks ago, defeating the tag team champions. Can they shock us again and defeat two up-and-coming teams and prove this division is still the Undisputed Era's division? They look ready. They look game. They look like they ready to go. Here we go. Chancellor, you still got it. I think that's for Shawn Michaels and X-Pac, baby. X-Pac shocked us with a big win to become a superstar over Kevin Owens. But last week, how about Sami Zayn with another big win over Triple H? Some say he should be considered next in line for All-Star Pro Wrestling Championship title. But so far, I have not decided who will take on Triple H. You may not know until Backlash, and I do apologize for that. But you may not know till Backlash, but the title will be on the line at Backlash, the All-Star Pro Wrestling Championship. One person I am highly considering, he's in action tonight, is Adam Cole, who is tied with Bret the Hitman Hart currently in the power rankings. I'm sure a lot of people think that maybe that should happen. The cover here by Luke Gallows, and if you're looking at the power rankings, then definitely his power ranking He has a power rating of 7. I keep saying power rankings. This is not WWE. I call them power ratings because they really don't have anything to do with the rankings, but it will help you. Because I think on any given night, these WWE superstars can beat another superstar if, you know, not just WWE superstars, these Idris X superstars, excuse me. As you guys know, I am considering talking to a lot of people outside, including AEW, and bringing them over. So that'll be something that you guys can look forward to seeing as well over the next couple of weeks. So far, no weapons in this matchup, just an all-out brawl. DX doing fairly well together. But I think the rivalry between Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Shawn Michaels, why am I saying all their names out, between DX and the club may get a little bit bigger after tonight. Look at the shots there from Bobby Fish to the legs of X-Pac. X-Pac looking to help his Shawn Michaels there against Big Luke. You gotta wonder who's gonna be the first to grab a weapon, bring those futuristic weapons into play. Big Luke, you out there, you should grab one, but no, Luke's just want to use his hands, I guess. And this matchup is an Extreme Rule type matchup with 3 teams and elimination. Talk about a lot here. Someone could get hurt. Someone could get injured in a matchup like this. This is just our second matchup of the night. Next up, we got women's division action, so you want to stay tuned for that. On our road to the pay-per-view Backlash, where Lita and Pete Dunne will be defending their titles. Pete Dunne will be defending his title versus Brett. Lita's still in the air, but we know she will be defending against, at the very least, she will be defending against Sasha Banks or get this Rhea Ripley, because Stephanie is making Sasha put her number 1 contendership on the line that she won last week. Fine buster from Carl Anderson. The pickup there. And are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Big Luke with the gallows pole. But Bobby kicks out. Shawn Michaels on the outside now, leaving X-Pac all to himself for the team of DX. I wonder if Triple H is in the back watching this matchup. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. Backdrop suplex. Bobby Fish going head to head with Luke Gallows. I know there's a lot of other action going on. Doing my best to call it all, but Big Luke Gallows looking very impressive here tonight, just destroying people left and right. The choke slam, but he takes the cover on Fish. Refs a little confused. We might need 2 refs in there for a matchup like this. On storyline, I've been thinking we need to create a referee for WWE games. And you know, the thing is, we'll have better referees. Nobody will even be using the normal referees. Like, we'll be having like the real referees and stuff. We have Jessica Card, everybody. We wouldn't have these. We wouldn't even be using the generic ones. But they definitely should consider that. Luke Gallows into the cover he goes. And actually, that's the gallows pole. That was just a full Nelson slam earlier. I got to get my game together. I ain't been calling action for a while, but I still need to get my game together. And why have they not put any weapons in this matchup? These teams don't want to use weapons. They just want to fight. And here that's why we like to see people get extreme, but it's not necessary. It's not, you know, we still pay respect to just good professional wrestling. But maybe nobody wants to be the first to grab the weapon because they want respect for winning this matchup, period. No elimination so far. Xbox on the outside now. We got a dazed Luke Gallows after all that action. Carl Anderson to a cover and gets an elimination on Kyle O'Reilly. But both members have to be eliminated. Both members. You'll probably see a similar matchup like this come Survivor Series. Crazy vs. X. But now Bobby's in there all alone. What he needs to do is try to somehow survive, maybe even stay out of the midst of things here and let these other two beat the hell out of each other. I would say go for Carl Anderson, as Luke is down and out on the outside right now. Carl looking for another elimination. Carl Anderson looking good. I wonder how Finn Balor will feel against the club. Former Bullet Club members. And X-Pac with the X Factor on Carl Anderson. 1, 2, and he gets him. You got to think the advantage now. Oh, another X Factor from X-Pac. This time on Bobby Fish. And another one. Suck that. And you got to think right now, DX is about to bring it on. About to bring home that #1 contendership. Two elimination. How impressive X-Pac's been over the last couple of weeks. And eliminations are going to count toward your overall power rating here at 80 vs. X. So you definitely, X-Pac just did some big time stuff here. And he wants to, look at this dude. He's going wild. He knocked over Shawn Michaels trying to get the loot. But what a big Luke can still bring this home. Carl Anderson now forced to go to the back and leave Luke Gallows by himself versus Shawn Michaels and X-Pac, D-Generation X. Shawn Michaels, sunset flip powerbomb. And that was something super, by the way. And now he's locking in that sharpshooter. Remember, Brett's a part of this universe. I wonder how he feels right now seeing Shawn Michaels lock that in the rope break. Luke survives a little bit longer. Shawn Michaels up top. X-Pac getting ready for that Bronco Buster, baby. Yeah, I'm getting my Coffee Kingston on right now. And the cover. How impressive was D-Generation X tonight, and most of all, X-Pac. Definitely had the most eliminations in that one. There goes the sharpshooter there from Shawn Michaels. Big time spine buster from Carl Anderson. But the winners here tonight, and that's one of those glitches that I'm dealing with. I know I already said DS stuff, like, whatever, but whatever. Coming up next, we got Asuka versus Naomi. Who's gonna climb the ladder in the women's division? I'm gonna give you guys a little information. I'm gonna start with Naomi because she's new around here. Naomi, new. She was impressive at a tryout. She won versus someone else that I kind of wanted on the show, but she defeated Mia Yim, and this is where she is now in this Extreme Rules matchup versus Asuka here tonight. Asuka is pretty much an original from the very first season, a former champion. She's been #1 contender several times. So yeah, she's definitely up against the best of the best in AJ vs. X women's division. Asuka had a slow week last week though. She was one of the first to be eliminated in the women's Big Push Battle Royal. Looking to get back on track here tonight if she can defeat Naomi, one of the newcomers here in AJ vs. X women's division. You know, now that we're thinking about women's division, I cannot help but to think about Tamina, who has been around. She's a veteran for this division. She's an original for this division. Yes, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Asuka is one half of them. So, you know, you got to consider, you know, that Asuka is probably the favorite to win this. Everyone's thinking Asuka's going to win this. I know they are. You know, even though Naomi is also former WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. But considering everything that Asuka's done here in AJ vs. X and in WWE in the past and currently, you got to think that this one belongs to Asuka. This win would probably go to Asuka. Who knows? We could see an upset here tonight. Look at her shake that thing, shake that thing. I mean, Naomi is definitely one of Fox's favorites for this new season. They really wanted her to be a part of the roster. Naomi proved herself and did it. And that's why she's, you know, here today on the show. Naomi told me that she was really impressed with a lot of things that a lot of the women in the division have done. She said she respects Tamina. She respects Sasha Banks, former Team Bad members. And she said, you know what? Maybe one day, just maybe one day, you never know what you may see from her here in AJ vs. X, but just maybe one day you may even see Team Bad reform here in AJ vs. X. You know, that's very interesting thing for her to say. One thing, though, when you look at this women's division now, with everything Sasha did last week in that Big Push Battle Royal, you still got to think about the person she's in the ring with later on tonight here in the women's division, and that is RHEA Ripley. You got to think that both of these women at this point are trying, even Asuka, after everything she did last season here in AJ vs. X, is trying to get up there with RHEA Ripley and Sasha Banks. But Stephanie making Sasha Banks defend that #1 contendership here tonight versus RHEA Ripley. So we still don't know, we still don't have any idea about the women's matchup, but we will have a clear-cut matchup for that matchup at Backlash. And I'm going to let you guys know that women's matchup will be the main event for Backlash. Whether it's a triple threat or a one-on-one, that will be the main event. The co-main event will be Bret Hart versus, it will be against Pete Dunne at the main event as we're on the road to Backlash. This is our last stop, but you know what? I'm sure it's going to be a hell of one. Right to the back there. You know, one of the cool things I like about AJ vs. X is that while you do have an idea of who's going to compete, like at the pay-per-view, everyone you see at the pay-per-view is based on the best of the best at that time. So if you're one of the best, you still may be featured at Backlash. You know, you don't have to be a #1 contender. You just got to be one of the best. And honestly, after the performance X-Pac put on tonight, don't be surprised. Well, they already had #1 contender. But if he wouldn't have won that, he would have been probably a part of the show. And also, if you make a good name for yourself, you spark a good rivalry, like Ciampa has done. And I think Ciampa knew. Ciampa know I don't play that. Ciampa knew that if he does this tonight, and maybe that's what he wanted. Maybe that's what Daddy wanted. Maybe Daddy wanted the Falls Count Anywhere matchup so he can use weapons from Backlash. Who knows? But Naomi's setting up, looking for that big upset here tonight on Asuka. Asuka says, not yet, not yet. And oh, grabs the leg, exploder suplex. And finally, we're going to get some weapons. We didn't see any weapons in that Futuristic X matchup. A little disappointed in that. But it was still one hell of a match. Asuka now setting up for the Asuka lock on Naomi. Looking to make Naomi tap out here. Asuka lock in very tight. But Naomi's not going to tap here tonight just yet. I'm sure a lot of you people were thinking that I was going to give Io so many shots, but I feel like I've been fair. I feel like I've been fair about Io. And yes, I plastered her on some of the billboards. A beautiful woman. She's a thickie. Of course I did. Of course I did. And this matchup is contested on the time rules, and it's 6 minutes and a couple of seconds left. I don't know if Naomi should be dancing right now, but doing her best to try to keep down the ATG Universe X original in Asuka. Oh my God, up top, we're gonna see something super. Naomi feeling the glow with a superplex. And they both down but not out, but oh, Naomi's up. Going for the cover here. You gotta think they did a lot of damage, but is it enough? No, she only gets a 1 count. And right now, Naomi's beside herself. Asuka's up. He held that punch back for some reason. And now, Naomi's back in control. Asuka gets out of the corner. And a drop kick with precision. Asuka was thinking about it earlier, grabbing a weapon, and here she goes now. She grabs one. Remember, Asuka went crazy last season, then her and Su Yung formed a tag team like no other. The first ever tag team champions when it comes to those titles. Asuka and Su Yung, they were great together. So great. Su Yung will go on and win the Money in the Bank briefcase. Even though she didn't successfully cash it in at WrestleMania, I respect the way she did it. So technically in the history of Universe X, no one has successfully cashed in the briefcase in the women's division. Naomi's dancing. But what a big mistake. Arm breakup from Asuka. Asuka has it locked in. Well, let's do it. You got to think she's wore down Naomi a lot at this point, though. Naomi is definitely being tested as the final 4 minutes of this matchup begin. Oh, God. And now Bronco Buster from Naomi. This is a Bronco busting night here. Naomi with the steel chair. Oh, didn't connect. Asuka knocks it out of her hands there. We're back to a good old brawling wrestling match. In the corner is Asuka. The offense from Naomi. Taking it to Asuka, teaching her a lesson. 1, 2, and a 2 count. Matchup continues on. We entered the 3-minute mark now of this matchup. Only 3 minutes left. This could end up in a draw unless one of these two get a pinfall submission, but the submission is locked in now. Can Asuka get the submission on Naomi? She gets it. Naomi taps out to Asuka. But Naomi was impressive, but not impressive enough to stop Asuka. It's a quick pin there, out of respect there. So many different maneuvers and reversals in this matchup. But right there, I thought that was going to do it to begin with. Just in-your-face action.
Here is your winner.
But Naomi is the winner of this in-your-face action tonight. I'm kind of scared to do it, but also scared of this game freezing. I want to take a quick exit to make sure that, you know, it's my stuff is saved somewhat. My match hasn't been changed yet. All right, guys, continue this thing, going back to the men's division. It's going to be Adam Cole versus Bret Hitman Hart. Also, I want to apologize. Matt Hardy was supposed to speak here tonight, but Matt Hardy will make his debut at the pay-per-view at Backlash. Adam Cole, though, tonight, coming in at 7. Bret Hitman Hart also at 7. The only difference is Adam Cole did not survive to become the #1 contender. Here tonight, he's going to show people that he may not have survived that match, but he is undisputedly the better wrestler. But I don't know. That's hard to say when you're in the ring with the best that ever was and the best that ever will be, and apparently the best that there still is in the Bret Hitman Hart.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Oh yeah, baby.
Representing Undisputed Era from Panama City, Florida, weighing in at 210 pounds, the NXT Champion, Adam Cole.
So remind you guys, you're looking for creations like that one you see right there. Hit up my account on PSN. Look for AntDaGamer, Ageverse X. And you should be able to find my creations. But you can only see a matchup like this here in Ageverse X. Adam Cole versus Bret the Hitman Hart here tonight. And it may not be for a title, but this could also affect the future. Every matchup you see affects the future of Ageverse X. Every win, every loss, even someone just constantly competing, working their craft could mean something crucial in the end.
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Off storyline, I will be updating Bret the Hitman Hart to have a more realistic look as far as like, you know, give him like gray hair, maybe new tees, things like that. So just bear with me. Just bear with me. It's definitely going to happen before the pay-per-view Backlash, was our next stop is. All right. Back on things. How impressed with Bret Hitman Hart last week, making numerous people tap out. He made Big Luke Harper tap out as well. I'm about to say Gallows. He made Harper tap out last week. Adam Cole fans are definitely in the building. You hear the chants here. And the screaming. Ah! Adam Cole starts this thing off with a net breaker, but how big would it be if Adam Cole won here tonight? Remember I said I'm also scouting here tonight for someone to take on Triple H at the pay-per-view. To be honest with you, that person will probably be Adam Cole despite what happens here tonight. I've been thinking all night long, and I really do think that maybe the Adam Cole should be that person, whether he wins or loses here tonight, because you're looking at two of the best right now in the men's division. I've already promised Bret the Hitman Hart that matchup, and I want some stability to be going on, unlike what we got in the women's division right now. There is no stability. We're going to know tonight, though. In the next two matches, our co-main event and our main event will decide what the women's matchup will be. And I had nothing to do with a lot of this. It's Stephanie McMahon and freaking Seth Rollins and their interferences in the women's division. Look at this, Bret the Hitman Hart with a flying crossbody. But Adam Cole saw it coming. He looked to take advantage of the mistake with a cover, but he only got a 1 count. Matchup will continue. Adam Cole hooks him in a big suplex, snapping his hips undisputedly. Once again, a kick to the gut. Adam Cole, bam. Thought he was going to go for the last shot, but still he goes for a cover. Adam Cole just want to take as quickly as he can, take Bret the Hitman Hart down. Irish whip into the corner. And the counter from Bret the Hitman Hart. And oh, the clothesline to the back of the head of Adam Cole. Irish whip in the corner again. What is Adam Cole looking for in that corner? And I think I know now. He's looking for something super. Will he get it? First up top, Adam Cole hooking the head, the leg, going for the superplex. Now some of you are thinking Naomi did it better. No, she didn't. Adam Cole undisputedly does it better. The cover gets him a 2 count. And it looks like Adam Cole now is setting up for that last shot. The kick. And now last shot. To Bret the Hitman Hart. 1, 2, 3. He wins it. Adam Cole just beat the #1 contender. And I told you last week, Adam Cole, we put him in the spotlight. I said if anyone could win it, it was him, but Bret the Hitman Hart proved everybody wrong. But here tonight, Adam Cole gets a big W. And remember, after Backlash, we do have another little pay-per-view that we like to call Undisputed. If Adam Cole wins the All-Star Pro Wrestling Championship, you gotta think he's coming for the other title as well. So I'm just saying, it all matters here. Every single matchup. Adam Cole with the victory here tonight. Showing everyone in 80 vs. X why he's undisputed and maybe should be an undisputed Grand Slam champion in the future. Next stop for him, Triple H. All right, guys, coming up next. Oops, wrong one. I don't think I have a basic for that. I'm just screwing up everything. Everybody in the truck, what are you doing? All right, Rhea Ripley versus Sasha Banks coming up next. This is going to be our first step to figuring out what kind of matchup will Lita be in come Backlash. We do know the match will be the main event. One of these ladies could be the one person going one-on-one with Lita, but Becky Lynch still could be added into the matchup if she wins the mixed tag matchup in our main event tonight. Prepare for a nightmare. Rhea Ripley comes in this thing and she is ready to go. I mean, look at Rhea Ripley. I mean, she's just one of those competitors that, you know, you need to watch out for. She's one of those competitors that you never know what she can expect. She's like a freak athlete, you know, Rhea Ripley. She's so tall. She can do things that you wouldn't expect her to do. She's fast on her feet despite her size, but still as powerful as you would expect her to be. We're not putting anything past this woman, the legit boss, Sasha Banks.
And from Boston, Massachusetts,
Sasha Banks coming in this matchup as the #1 contender, but after actions of last week, winning the Big Push Battle Royal, still, Steph McMahon decided this matchup should happen, and it does make sense when you think about it. You're looking at the fact that Sasha Banks had a power 6 rating compared to Rhea Ripley's 7. You know, even after that matchup, she was behind Rhea Ripley a little bit, even though I think it's still a little personal between Sasha Banks and Stephanie McMahon. But, you know, it is what it is. I think Sasha's not thinking about that night. I think she's mainly thinking about the person in front of her, and that is Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, Sasha Banks, and it's going down. All right, looking at the kicks out of the gate here. Sasha Banks going for the Bulldog. The Bulldog will also help her lock in that bank statement later on and maybe do the damage she needs. A precision drop kick here. Sasha knows she's got to get ahead against Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley has proved herself over the course of this past season. You know, everything she's done from #1, getting over the naysayers that didn't think that she belonged here in AJ vs. X. Because there was a poll when we first began the season, and in that poll, I asked everyone, do you think that who should be here, EO, you know, or her, you know, and she got less votes than EO. You know, coming into the season, I think that made her have a chip on her shoulder, and she just wanted to go through everybody. Though technically, the only person she really went through, besides people last week, you know, technically, Rhea, she didn't go through many people. She really didn't. Rhea went through, you know, Ruby Riott, a superstar who wasn't even a part of the show technically. But, you know, I'm kind of glad in the way they had that little rivalry, because I really wanted Ruby to be a part of the show. So that allowed me to have Ruby on the show for a while. And it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. You know, I still hope one day to have Ruby on the show. The cover here, will she have it? No, a kick out there. But yeah, I was really hoping that it was going to happen. It didn't happen. And, you know, here we are now. Rhea Ripley versus Sasha Banks. And #1 contenders match. Rhea Ripley still proving the doubters wrong, giving everyone in AJ vs. X, a nightmare. She's just freakily nightmares competition. And look at this, still working that back. Just like that is Sasha Banks. A pick up here. Sasha Banks picks her up. Look at this, look at this. No, we get a snap suplex? No, we get that. Also, guys, off the storyline, you may notice some different in the audio here, and I may mention again later on during the original audio. It's because I had to re-record my commentary for this matchup because, well, for some reason my mic got muted. I don't remember how it got muted, but it got muted, and I had to do it over. So in Rhea Ripley, though, with a drop kick here. And this thing is going to the outside and it's going inside. So yeah, please give me a thumb up because it took me a long time to get this show together. It may seem like it was easy to do, but it wasn't. It was hours and hours of issues with 2K and with, you know, my equipment as well. Look at that stolen suplex from Rhea Ripley. Into the cover she goes. It's actually a vertical suplex. Sasha Banks with the kick out. You know, Sasha, you know, she had a long road herself. These are two women that had a long road to be where they are here today. But look at this full Nelson suplex. But like I said, a long road to be where they are. The cover, 1, 2, and only a 2 count. A long road to be where they are today. You know, you look at Sasha Banks, you know, everything she went through with Stephanie McMahon, a terrible beginning to her career last season. And the big push battle royal turned that all around last week. And now she's in this matchup, but she's defending a #1 contendership. She's still having to deal with Stephanie McMahon. I mean, that's her boss, and she probably will continue. If she was to win the title, you know, get past Rhea Ripley here tonight and win the title, you got to think Stephanie McMahon be right behind her. Look at this bank statement. No, a kick rest to the vagina. The JJ gets damaged. Thanks to that nightmare Rhea Ripley. And now Rhea Ripley is just going to just tear Sasha apart here, you got to think. Look at this. After a kick to the vajayjay, you got to think you got to be in a lot of pain. Sasha's up in the air now, just dangling, legs and feet just dangling everywhere. And now the drop after the stalling suplex. Y'all already know what time it is now. Rhea Ripley into the cover. 1, 2, and the kick out. I am very, this is one of my most anticipated matches on the card here tonight. Very happy to be watching and calling the action for this matchup. Rhea Ripley into the cover. I mean, setting up here for something big. A Ripley bomb. And into the cover. 1, 2, and it's only a 2 count. How did Sasha Banks get out of that as this crowd watches on in amazement here? And now Sasha Banks with the comeback. What is she gonna do? She goes straight for the cover. Into the cover she goes. 1, 2, and a kick out from Rhea Ripley. Sasha's wondering what does she have to do to keep this talent down, keep Rhea Ripley down. Rhea Ripley, such a, like I said, such an incredible talent. Look at that, the bank deposit there. 1, 2, and still a kick out. The bank deposit will weaken that back, that's for sure, and set up for the bank statement. She's looking for the bank statement again. So far tonight, Rhea Ripley's had it scouted, and she had it scouted again, an elbow, a quick elbow. She knew it was coming. How is Sasha going to win if she does not, if she's not going to be able to hit the bank statement? Dragging Rhea Ripley to the corner now. Rhea Ripley gets out. What's next? Oh, went for the arm wringer. Sasha with the counter. Elbow. Oh, a kick to the body, right to the shin, followed by a drop kick from the nightmarishly tall Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley get countered. And we got a slobber knock here. Another counter. Oh, a kick to the back of the head. Sasha's down. Rhea's tired. You need to get that cover, yo. Will she get it? No, she doesn't go for the cover. Still, Irish whip to the outside. Now these two are on the outside. This battle has been everywhere. She throws her back in. Oh, another nice kick to the gut. So moving Thayer's knees there. If you heard me slurping, I do apologize. My mouth is a little dry. Still, Sasha cannot get the 1, 2, 3. Oh man, if that kick would have connected, Sasha could have been out for good. Oh, another Luthez. More Luthez knees like she's looking for the bank statement again. Can she finally connect with the bank statement? No, once again countered by RHEA Ripley. She's not letting the bank statement connect, and that has been the difference of why she's in here. But a kick to that spine though. 1, 2, 3. She gets her right there after the kick to the spine. You gotta wonder, like, could it have been all the damage she did to the back that managed her to get away with the kick to the spine? I think Sasha knew she was damaged, that she was hurt and ready, so she just kicks her directly in the spine, which was probably already hurt up and bent up from the flow up. And yeah, that will do it here tonight. Sasha Banks is going to Backlash still, and I'm sure Stephanie McMahon doesn't like it, but it is what it is. You're gonna have to deal with. Sasha Banks is keeping her #1 contendership, so we know it's gonna be Sasha and Lita, but we add Becky to the mix. Coming up next, we're gonna do exactly just that. Find out if we're gonna add Becky to the mix of the main event of Backlash. Will it be Lita, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch? This match will decide if Becky and the man, or should I say the Messiah now, Seth Rollins, can defeat Team Extreme, then Becky will be added. This challenge was laid down by Seth Rollins to Jeff Hardy. So you guys still think a lot of weight right now is probably on the weight of Jeff Hardy, because this could potentially make things worse for Lita going into Backlash, which could definitely hurt the relationship of Team Extreme, who I think is, in my opinion, one of the best things going right now when it comes to ATG Universe X. So I'm hoping it's not going to be like that these two can win here tonight. But here's another thing. Becky Lynch is undefeated in these mixed gender matches. Her last mixed gender was in the debut of ATG X Worldwide, and she won with the help of the champ. What's going to happen here tonight? Who knows? But let's go ahead, as this matchup is about to get underway.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Dublin, Ireland, the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch, though she isn't the champion here, ATG X is still the Raw Women's Champion. She'll be taking on Shayna Baszler at WrestleMania. The same woman who she took the ATG X championship from. You gotta wonder if Shayna Baszler might be secretly trying to also get revenge for what happened here in ATG X. I'm just saying, just something to throw out there. And here comes the Messiah, the guy who used to be the man before he let his woman take his man from him, his manhood from him. I'm just joking. I'm a big fan of Seth Rollins. I think this guy would be great. He once had a chance to become a big part of the show. Around last year at the beginning, he had a tryout. He didn't make it. He just couldn't withhold the strength of the Big Push Battle Royal. Just the way it went. And he didn't get a contract, but things could turn around here tonight because Seth Rollins actually will have a chance to get a contract here tonight if he can win this match. Now, I don't think it's just me. I believe there's a lot of people that want to see Seth Rollins in this universe, regardless if he's a jackass or not. They know that he's going to provide a certain set of entertainment that only a Messiah could provide. Man, look at this guy. He's confident. He's brass. He's a jackass. Him and Becky Lynch together, oh, they could cause big problems. If you watched the pre-show, one thing I talked about is some of the glitches we have since the last patch where everything was okay. And you can see that the title right now on Lita is glitching for some reason. I have no idea why, but it is. Yeah, so goes to show there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that you guys do not know about. Oh my God.
And representing the Hardy Boys from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, Jeff Hardy!
So here we go with Jeff Hardy, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Hardy, and this matchup right now is definitely one that everyone is excited for. Team Extreme and Lita. What about that glitch we just saw though? What about that glitch? That glitch is crazy. Also tonight, you guys got some minor editing, so please do what you need to do. And why do you guys get minor editing? Because there's a part where I pretty much, well, I cut off my mic for a bit, so then I had to redo commentary for a match that I already saw. So yeah, if you guys could definitely thumb up the video for that, that's gonna be hours and hours of encoding and uploading. So I really appreciate you guys give a thumb up. And here we go. Lita gets taken down first by Becky Lynch. So we're gonna have SASHA versus Lita, or maybe SASHA versus Lita versus Becky Lynch in a crazy triple threat. You guys can get my Lita attires right now. I don't think I never uploaded Becky's because I want to do a second attire for Becky. But probably between now and the Backlash pay-per-view, I'll do Becky's Backlash attire. And then that will probably be, those will be probably uploaded. All right, now Jeff are in. Now Becky is pretty much undefeated, and that was, and when it comes to mixed tag matches, and that's what Seth Rollins brought up. But Jeff and Lita, if there's any team that could end Becky's reign in the mixed tag division, is them. But I mean, that's not putting Seth Rollins down, because technically on paper, some would say that Jeff has had his days and that Seth Rollins is just beginning his career, and he's at the prime of his career. Some would say Seth is on the downfall, though. So it just depends on, you know, the person you ask. And now Jeff tags in Lita. What is Lita gonna do here? Lita gets kicked in the face. That's what Lita happens to Lita. Off the ropes here, and now, oh man, the drop. This is vintage Becky Lynch. Becky with the pickup, and now Becky going for the Bexploder. Bexploder from Becky Lynch. Looking for a quick cover. This woman really wants back her title. And we know Becky can do it. Becky has beaten the best of the best in the women's division. It's just right now, I feel like Lita is found that spark in her, that spark that we once seen in the Attitude Era, and joining up with her old partners. And Matt and Jeff are definitely something that I think is going to put her back to where she used to be, but in a new age and time. And the same thing for Jeff and Matt. I think this could be good for these two. And we may see Matt and Jeff, you know, guy running up all the division. Whether it's the men's singles division or the tag team division, if they gel together, they're definitely a team to look out for this season. And now, look at this. Seth Rollins with the sling blade. Take it down, Jeff Hardy. So yeah, if you notice differences in the commentary at one part or another, that's probably why. It's because I had to redo the commentary for that matchup because my mic was muted. My memory sucks. I muted my mic and then I forgot to put it back. Ding dong, ling along. Look at that snap suplex. Lita. Oh my God. Lita. Oh God. Nice power bomb from Lita. We've been seeing Lita doing power bombs and all kinds of things since she's came back. And now Lita with the comeback. It is our main event of the night. If Becky and Seth wins here, Becky will be added back into the women's championship matchup. But the twist of fate here, Lita into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Nope. The counter. Lita, nope, drop kick. Misconnect. So many counters going on between these two women. Very determined to get one on the other. But look at this. The submission here saves an Oscar here with the rear naked choke. That's not an Oscar lock though. That's a Lita lock. I should say an extreme lock. But to the arms, over and over goes Becky. Her plan cannot be more obvious. She is going to try to hit the disarmer. And an elbow to the face, and now Lita's on the outside. At this point, the champ is looking a little bad here. Jeff looking on with concern, trying to clap and get Lita back into the action. Can Lita make it to her corner or turn this thing around with some offense? The spear. And tags in Jeff. Jeff Hardy, who also returned in WWE this past week. Face buster that did a lot of damage in the DSP. Oh God! Seth Rollins could be hurt there, like he got hung up on the ropes there. Counter. Look at this. Seth with that flying knee of his. Could this be it? Seth tuning it up. Bam, right to the face. With some sweet burning music. The kick out though, but he's in trouble. And look at this, the ripcord knee. The ripcord knee. And it's over. Becky will be added to the matchup, and Seth, most of all, is now a 80 vs. X superstar. The Bexploder. Becky continues her winning ways in mixed gender. She is undefeated in mixed gender matches. But the big question is, will she be able to get her hands back on the title and once again become the champion again for 80 vs. X?
Here are your winners, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins.
Team Extreme's first tag team matchup together didn't go well. They've been shut down by the Man and the Messiah. All right, guys, thank you for watching this show. Remember, leave thumbs up, subscribes, interactions, all that stuff, especially since I definitely had to do the commentary over in some spots. Hopefully not the whole thing, but yeah, definitely do that. And I'll see you guys next show, next video. I'm out of here. Peace.